What up, guys? It's Grant Comics here. Today we're gonna have another top list. It's top 10 most expensive comics ever. Now, a lot of these are key issues, and when I wrote this list, I forgot about the whole value of, or not the whole value. I forget why it is so valuable. I wrote some notes because of their first appearances and stuff like that, but it's still a little bit of notes I took of first appearances. But anyways, number 10 is Suspense Comics number 3, which is a short-lived series. Yes, that is number 10 at this list. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna go real short about this because, like I said, I don't have too much information about it. So, if you want, the number 10 is Suspense Comics 3. Again, Suspense Comics 3. I'm gonna try and link the values down below so you can check it out yourselves. I'll find like a Amazon link to each comic so you guys can check it out, what the comics look like and stuff, and how much it's worth, so you guys can see for yourselves, and I don't have to tell you guys the value, even though I wish I could. I should have wrote it down, but it's alright. So, number 9 most expensive comic ever is All American Comics number 16. So, All American Comics number 16, and the reason why that is expensive, one of the most expensive comic books, because it's actually the first appearance of Green Lantern. Now, even though the movie with Ryan Reynolds is kind of iffy, it's still expensive. Anything that's first appearance of anybody, good stories, death of somebody, two superheroes or two characters getting married, it's always gonna be like valued. So yeah, All American Comics number 16, the first appearance of Green Lantern, the original. Oh, that's sorry, it's the original. Oh, it's sorry. All American Comics number 16 is Green Lantern or Origins, the origin of Green Lantern. I'm sorry, forget what I said about all that. First appearance of Green Lantern is actually the origins of Green Lantern. Anyways, number 8 on the list for the most expensive comics is Hulk, the Incredible Hulk number 1, which is the Gray Hulk. If you guys are big comic fans, you know what the comic looks like. But yeah, that's at number 8. Hulk number 1. Marvel Comics number 1 is at number 7. Now, Marvel Comics number 1 is the first comic that at the time Marvel Comics was called Atlas Comics. So, and not only because it's the first comic under Atlas, it's because also it's expensive, because Marvel Comics number 1 is the first appearance of Human Torch and Submariner. So Human Torch in that comic is an android, and he's a bad guy, and Submariner's a good guy. So Marvel Comics number 1 is basically Human Torch, but he's not Johnny Storm. He's an android, and he's a bad guy. So that's at number 7. Number 6 is Tales of Suspense number 39. That's the first Iron Man. So that's going up in price because obviously, for one, the first Iron Man movie started the whole MCU and stuff like that, and with the Avengers and movies, stuff like that. So, and this first appearance of Iron Man is when he was in his Mark number 1, the silver armor. So sorry if I'm itching, my head hurts, so I'm sorry. Okay, number 5 most expensive is X-Men number 1. So X-Men number 1 is has like Magneto, Iceman, the original. So X-Men number 1, this comic, it came out way before Wolverine. So Wolverine was not in this comic. Wolverine was in Giant Size X-Men. I forget what issue, but that's when Wolverine first joined the X-Men. It's not this comic, not X-Men number 1. He was not in X-Men number 1. So anyways, number 4 is All Star Comics This is the first appearance of Wonder Woman. So, yeah, first appearance of Wonder Woman. Again, now that Wonder Woman has her own movie in the DCU, this first appearance is skyrocket. Number 3 is Detective Comics 27. This is an iconic comic, and it's the first appearance of Batman when he had the little pointy horns. It's not only the first appearance of Batman, it's his origin story. So you see his parents get shot in the alley and stuff like that, and just it's different costume. Other than that, that's why I'm wearing a DC shirt. Oh, I'm wearing it the wrong way. Yep, I'm wearing it the wrong way. It's alright. Batman's in the back. But anyways, yeah, Detective Comics number 27 is the first appearance of Batman. Again with the movies and stuff, and the supposed Robert Pattinson's Batman. So it's gonna be more expensive if that ever happens. Number 2 most expensive comic ever is Amazing Fantasy 15. Now that is the first appearance of my boy Spider-Man right there. Obviously, like I've said this so many times in my videos, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and this is my grail, but it's not as much as a grail for me as Amazing Spider-Man 361, which is the first appearance of Carnage. That's the one I really want, and that's the one I want to show you guys in the future of the channel. You know, number 1 most expensive comic ever is Action Comics number 1, which is the first appearance of Superman. And not only the first appearance of Superman, it is really the first comic to introduce the superhero genre. And so many other superheroes comics tried to duplicate that cover. I think Spider-Man was trying to duplicate Action Comics number 1, I think. So yeah, it's the most expensive comic ever. And if you guys ever have an Action Comics number 1, or if you know anybody, like a senior person who has this comic, make sure you hold on to that and sell it for a good price, because Action Comics will always forever be the most expensive comic ever. So yeah, that's about it. And that's it for the top 10 most expensive comics in the world. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Alright.